Morning again, everybody. Thank you for this second time slot because 30 years of journey is a lot of work, and the scope of work we are doing is pretty diverse and wide, so couldn't finish in the first round. So a little bit of a refresher, which I had we shared the last round. I think in the last round, we also started with this page about goal and direction of the mission. So as what Brother Joe just now mentioned about, if you set it yourself, you set the alarm. So goal and direction, it's not alarm, but it's something that it set us to help us focus. So I think for me, walking through these 30 years, long and far and still in it is I listen to Master's words, and I wrote this goal and direction myself for the Singapore team. So every time when we were walking down this journey, we are developing the team. This naturally seems just is inside me already. Then every time when the team divert or myself become a little bit relaxed or lazy, or when we have to do something off track, these will help us to always keep on track to where we are progressing, and then everybody actually will stay very focused. Quite similar, I'm trying to say it's quite similar, like keeping yourself awake. Goal and direction set within the team always keep the team awake and going into the correct direction. So for the team, all this while has been already 30 years, but still this is always in us. And you see in red here, the word is actually environmental sustainability. Many volunteers and external party are still saying that we are is doing recycling. But recycling, that word, if you check out the dictionary, is just one action or one phase in the bigger context of environmental sustainability. We started with recycling. Tzu Chi started recycling 30 odd years ago because that was then how the society was like. And recycling is the action or the vehicle as an entry into this bigger subject of environmental sustainability or environmental protection. So for us, the Singapore team, when we set the goal and direction, we actually use environmental sustainability as the keyword rather than recycling, so that we can actually be mindful and always reminding ourselves that to protect Mother Earth is a wider spectrum, is a wider range, is more diverse than just recycling. Recycling is just an entry vehicle for us to enter into the society, enter and engage with the public or engage with people to share a bigger spectrum of this, whereby more efforts than just recycling is required to actually really protect Mother Earth. So this to raise environment sustainability awareness in community and expand our reach to more people, these two portions, this is actually like two portions, has been helping us staying very focused, developing ourselves internally at community level, at organization level, and at the country level. So in the last sharing that I did, we shared about on the community level. So like here you see in the past we call it recycling day, and everybody on the photos on the left, everybody was just doing sorting, really just doing recycling. That was in the past, and we need to walk through this phase because we need this vehicle to enter into the community. For us, Singapore here is pretty strict. So we actually need this to say, hey, can we have a space near the community area to do, we have to say, to do recycling. Then they say, oh, you're doing recycling. Okay, we give you the venue. That was in the past. Of course, the whole society, as it goes along, the years goes along, the society change and evolve, which is we did not stop at that kind of vehicle mode. We also evolve along the way towards achieving our goal and objective. So in our last sharing, we did mention that COVID came. So taking the opportunity of COVID, then we upgrade our vehicle to what you see on the right-hand side here. And at the same time, when we upgrade our vehicle, we also upgrade the name of our activity to Environmental Sustainability Day. The name of the activity is quite important. The right name used at the right time will guide both our volunteers and the public how they react to this activity. So when we change to the word Environmental Sustainability Day, and we change our vehicle mode that everybody the public now come, they actually have to drop off the items. These words actually help us to help our volunteer to encourage the residents. Now we are this our activity is this name because we need more everybody to know more what to do for the environment and everybody to do it together with us. So if you could embrace this bigger mindset of environmental sustainability, can you help? Can you people do it with us together to drop your items accordingly? And the purpose was if they drop themselves, they know better how to recycle, right? That was the bigger driver behind that. So and it's as we progress every time, we use different vehicle type, but to deliver the same message or a bigger impact of the message. So like this is during the pandemic, whereby Singapore government was very strict. So any activity conducted must have safe distance or whatever. And thankfully, because of this, then we are able to do this line queue up to go inside our eco point to drop their thing. And the whole country already aware that, oh, this is anywhere you go, you need to do this. So it was a very good timing. We write on the right timing, and then we did a change. And then from then on, residents are just comfortable and able to embrace this continued method that they queue to come in, then they drop the items one by one by themselves, which you see on the top right hand photo over here. So because of this consistency and persistence of always staying very awake where we are going in our mission objective, change will happen in the right way. If not for that, probably we'll still be doing a lot of sorting like the old time. And with this new model, with this new operational model, it also achieved to outreach to more public, because in the past, one point will probably need about 40 volunteers because so much sorting to do. But with this new operation, used to be 1.40 volunteers. Now from 1 point, we can actually split the volunteer into 4 groups and open another three more new eco point, so that with more eco point out there in the community, we can outreach to more public. Yeah. So with this achieve towards that two part of the objective. The other thing that we shared in part 1 is about our education center. Just now what you all saw is a point, meaning to say it operates once a month in a community space. On one Sunday morning, it's mobile. We set up, we do the activity, then we will have to clear up the place. But we also do have this a center which is permanent, open every day, and that is mainly just to do education. So when we had our first center, Master told us that Singapore is a country whereby plentiful of material and things like that. People are very rich, but so they're not lack of materials. They very well can afford materials. So Singapore team should focus on educating in this mission. Singapore teams need to educate the Singapore community. That is where Master has given Singapore team the direction, and Master in Chinese, she said that in Chinese words, she said that this should be a 环保教育站. So it should serve to do education. So in English, we decided to name this station Eco Awareness Center. So Eco Awareness Center means that to be aware, we need to do a lot of education. So we are creating awareness. So this is the name. So same right time, right timing, using the vehicle at that moment that fits the situation. The Eco Awareness Center started so simple on the left. That is how it started. To what you see on the right with a lot of educational boards as set up exhibition, and we could host groups of visitors to come and learn the whole subject together with us. Yeah, and for this educational center, we also went through many phases. We also use different vehicle in this path lah. So what you saw just now, the awareness center from very raw to with a lot of educational boards that we can do a full-fledged educational tour until 2021. We have to move out of that site because though that all the setup is very good, but the location is no good. There is still limitation for general public to visit our gallery on a normal days or on a non-public service, no public bus hours to our center. So we decided to say, okay, we probably need to drop the place and move to a place whereby there's high footfall of people, so that the exhibit anytime people can the education material anytime people can see. Okay, then so then we have to move, but we have not really come up with a plan what should be the new educational center look like and things like that. So our volunteers, because they are very focused that if we are doing this journey of education and awareness, it cannot stop just because we didn't have a proper place to do education, or we don't have a proper new set of educational materials. So our volunteers move whatever that is more like the key point educational pieces, and then set up by hand in a very layman way. You can see all the volunteers coming out and doing all the work themselves. With all those boards over there, they try to salvage as much as possible and then transfer to this temporarily educational area. But all were on the same track, or everybody were on the same mindset, on the same goal and objective, and everybody do it very synchronized. Yeah. Then for that educational center, this is the latest phase, which is another milestone whereby in the track of towards education. In July 2023 last year, we launched this another generation of our educational center, and this time instead of a center, because in this location the traffic human traffic footfall is very high. However, this place is not it doesn't allow us to do hands-on recycling work. So it can only be a exhibition area. So in this next milestone, because of the environment, because of the timing, everything, this next milestone, it become a gallery instead of a center. So and this gallery, as you can see here, the name is Glow On Gallery. So it's another step forward again from the last one. The last one was eco awareness. Because of the name of center and so then the content inside there was very much like every time people come, we try to create through the sharing, we try to create awareness in them that be aware that the environment, the Mother Earth is like this already. Are you aware that this action of yours is causing more burden on Mother Earth and things like that? So in the last center, it was all about awareness. Then we have done that for I think 4 or 5 years in that center. So when we move to this one, when we cannot do sorting and things like that, then we explore. And at this timing, when we are doing the design of this gallery, Master was sharing about Firefly. And Master actually advocate every one of us in each our own space, whatever we are doing. We are like we will be a Firefly individually that lights up and all come together and become that big light that shines the society or shine the world. So when we were designing it, Master was sharing this analogy. Then we tap on that and then we design this center and we name it the Glow On Gallery. So so from an Eco Awareness Center in this next stage, then we move on and design based on this. I will call it like mascot. The whole gallery throughout it was revolving. The final, the ultimate takeaway that whenever a volunteer share in the gallery is to advocate the visitor to be another Firefly in the aspects of protecting Mother Earth. So again, the name of the gallery of the gallery is so important. So what in English we name it 慈济 Glow On Gallery. So every time when a volunteer is at the entrance of the gallery, they need to do their introduction. This word will help them and remind them, say, oh, as I go along the gallery, they will have to explain to the visitor why is it called Glow On Gallery, and then from there on, the volunteer will remember, say, oh, after at the end of my sharing, I need to so-called encourage or recruit the visitor. Say, after listening to all this, would you be the another Firefly in the society to shine through your efforts, and together we protect or safeguard Mother Earth. So that is how naming of activity is very to us in the mission team, the eco team. This is very important, and that helps us to keep us always very mindful and very alert that okay, when we're doing this, because this name, we remember, okay, the objective, this name will remind us what is a focus point. So but in Chinese, the gallery name is 慈济永续生活馆. I don't know how to do a direct translation of this word, but I'll explain. So we wrote the word 永续, then the word 生活. 永续 means sustainable, then 生活 is lifestyle. So what even the Chinese name itself also help us to share a philosophy here that today only if you practice sustainable efforts or sustainable life, you put in sustainable efforts, then you have a lifestyle to continue. But if you put lifestyle first, then sustainable, then Mother Earth will be very, very hurt, because you go for your lifestyle choice first, then sustainable comes second. So from here, we already at the entrance, we already can share so much just on the entrance, the gallery name to the visitor. And okay, this is the gallery. So this next milestone or next vehicle of this education that the team is trying to bring to the community or the society. This is a very big overview. So what we were focusing is that from lifestyle, there's a lot invisible cost that we are causing to Mother Earth, which sets the pretext of the whole gallery. And the whole gallery is actually curated on this sustainability and on 3 pillars of sustainability, which is environmental, social, and economic. And so inside this whole gallery, all the volunteers were trained to, when they share, how to link back each section of the gallery content to one of these three pillar, or all three of this pillar, yeah, so that people can, the general public can understand it better, and not in our Tzu Chi term, that kind of thing. And then you see this right hand side path and this left hand side path. So this gallery, the whole concept is also upgraded to a higher level, whereby in the past we have always been sharing with people, oh, as individual what you can do, as individual what you can do. But we actually, Tzu Chi as an organization, with the mission work that we do, we also do a lot within our mission in contribution to sustainability. So this time, this and latest generation of the education, we split it into two parts. The right hand side, I think all of you can see on the panel, this white panel here, it say through personal action. And on this left panel here, it say through collective impact. So what now we can share with the public is not only what they can do as individual, which is on the right hand side path. We can also take them through the left hand side path, whereby we share with them Tzu Chi as an organization in each mission work. What is it doing, in what each mission is doing, and each mission is able to align or match to which SDG goal. So in these recent years, the whole world or the public is much more aware and concerned about climate change. And more people are talking about the United Nations SDG goal. However, actually, Masters has a foresight every long before. So every mission that was started, the objective of each mission actually is already aligned to certain SDG goal. So this time when we had this gallery, we decided that we need to showcase Tzu Chi efforts, the mission's efforts, and at the same time align it to SDG goal, for the public to also understand that what Tzu Chi is doing is not silo. It's not like it's just a Buddhist organization doing their work in their silo. We had that kind of, with the works we are doing, had that kind of foresight, that kind of international level, which we didn't really express ourselves very well in that. But by bringing in the SDG goal, our volunteer can easily bring our mission information of sharing to a higher level, to international level, to a level whereby people can acknowledge us very well, that, oh, this is an organization that is beyond just a Taiwanese organization, beyond just a Buddhist organization. Is actually very international. The foresight that they are doing, the foresight they have is very international. So this is where the next phase has bring us. And in this next phase, we have also were able to conduct a lot of learning journeys as well. Because of this design, then now we say, oh, please, we welcome people to come for learning journey. So we use the word learning journey to help the team to stay very focused how they conduct the sharing inside there. And it's a blessing that we had this very location, so we could put the visitor in this area whereby it's facing the pond, the park, and then it's like you're talking about this subject, at the same time you put them very close to nature. It's easy to bring them to say you appreciate this nature outside here, out of our window, but we need to do something really that we'll continue to have this very nice nature out there. So it was a very good blessing. Yeah. Oh, this is skip. Okay, so in terms of internally within our organization, this is the 30-year journey that the Singapore team has walked through, from very hands-on, from very how should I put it? I also don't know what to say. Under the tree, that kind of thing, on Eco Point to now residents self drop off the items themselves. Then for the educational part, for a very raw station, achieving to do eco-awareness education. To today, last year, we have a Glow On gallery that we canvas people to be that firefly in there to do that next bit for Mother Earth. So this is internal. All this internal activity, every time I remind myself, I remind our team that we cannot neglect this basic activity. This basic activity, internal basic activity, is actually a practice ground, a training ground for all of us as volunteer. Why say so? Because these activity, they are regular, meaning to say it's happening regularly. Like the Eco Point is happening every month, once a month. The gallery, we roster our volunteer to be the gallery guides also on a regular basis. In our own space, in our own internal activity, is very good chance for us volunteer to keep practicing how to share, for us to practice how to advocate this subject of environmental protection to public, that they also embrace this and come along this journey with us. And all this internal activity is much more closer kind of communication you can have with the public, meaning to say at the Eco Point, when the resident bring the item to you, you are very close to them, and then it's very small group. It's almost like 1-to-1 or 1-to-2. When it's a 1-to-1 or 1-to-2, when you share, it's much more flexible, it's much more freedom. There's no need to plan what to say. You just need to engage and talk. So it's very good practicing ground, which I always encourage volunteers, say, please talk more at the Eco Point, please talk more at the gallery, because the more you talk, the more you interact with people, they tend to ask you back question, right? When they ask you back question, then you start to learn also. Then you become more in your own learning, you also will actually learn more about what the public is thinking, so that when we do the works, we are doing works that the public can also accept, and not, we can't be doing works that only we happy, only we Tzu Chi volunteer can accept, but at the external world people cannot. If the external world people cannot, then we cannot outreach the with the external world. But we need the whole world to come together to protect Mother Earth, and not just only that small group of. Yes, Tzu Chi has a lot of volunteer, but Tzu Chi volunteer headcount in ratio to the country population, in ratio to the world population, how many percentage are we? We are really that small. So we really need to have the buy-in from the bigger community out there. How we have that buy-in, we need to talk more. We need our volunteers need to practice more. So when they practice a lot more in our internal space, then we are capable to go out in the bigger activity, in the bigger space, to really execute, to really do the eco efforts in a bigger context. So for the eco team, there are a few bigger so-called playground for them to really showcase what they have been practicing internally on those smaller activity. So one of the big activity that comes every year for the team to really very focused and really have to dash and really show a very comprehensive eco effort is our Tzu Chi Green Charity Fair that happens every year at the start of the year. At this charity fair, it is the eco team mission to ensure that the fair is as green as possible in all aspects, on waste management, especially on waste management, because from waste management, that's where we can address whether we are green or not. So this photo is very small. You can see on this photo on the top right hand side, you see all this white channel here. These are uncooked food waste. So the team go to the extent to ensure even food waste is also being handled as compost. So meaning to say, at the end of every fair, the main achievement the team will will have satisfaction from is that the number of waste bin they use is reduced year by year. Yeah. But of course that there will be to a certain point that we can't really reduce a lot, but at least a little bit reduce. That is the team achievement. So probably in the beginning years when we started, we used like 20 waste bin. But as we go along, with all this effort in the later years, we are using like 8 waste bin. So that is where the team actually really can also have a result of their efforts all this year of this awareness and really doing it to the G's of sustainability. So in the later years, I mean the whole team keep advocating, and ultimately we even have public coming with self-initiated. They bring their own packing containers, which is that is the part whereby it's also a very great achievement for the team as well. Yeah. So yeah, some bring their own shopping trolleys. And we also, through this event, we also, those people that we talk to in our normal activity, we also recruit them to come and be volunteer at this big activity. These are students from the international schools that every year they very much look forward, say, hey, they want to come volunteer because they really see the kind of efforts the sustainable efforts we put in, which they really embrace a lot. Yeah. And the team is usually this big. For this is one shift, so we need a very big team to actually do this whole in the background. And then
do it before you go,
and then for that is for our very own activity, but then we also create social impact in the society. We partner with very selective external partners that is aligned with us on our philosophy with regard to sustainability. So this is some of the partners that we have worked with. Yellow Ribbon one was one of the early one, and Income Eco Run is the other one. And so far to date, Income Eco Run is the one that have walked so very far with us. Until today, we are still working together. So in all these external partners, as they also tend to think that we are just a recycling of group of people volunteer. So they will, in the beginning, they also always will kind of invite, say, hey, can you come and advocate people to put the things into the recycling bin, that kind of thing. So this has been always what we have been doing in the past. We are at the activity, and we are just at this so-called recycling corner. Then we're just telling people, hey, put the recyclable here, put the waste there, that kind of thing. But then because you see from 2017, every year we are there. That is the forefront we are doing. But in the background, we are also always talking to them and sharing with them, hey, what else can you go more green? Can you use more eco-friendly materials for your production and things like that? The cups they're using, can they be more eco-friendly, that kind of thing? So a lot, besides just the front line of this sorting recycling area, in the back end, we are always, every year we are also always discussing, hey, what improvement you do on your material and things like that lah. So then we got I will say that as we are working with them every year, actually we are sharing to influence them. So as just now this slide say, from advocacy to influencing the organizer. So this is exactly what we do for this particular partnership. Every year when we talk to them, we are sharing, and through the sharing, we are trying to influence them to change in how they run and we have actually gotten very good in return of them embracing us. So from, I cannot remember from which year onwards, they even put us on stage to do the flag off together with the minister and the sponsor organizer, which is NTUC Income. And then this year is the run is on May 26th. This year they actually even take our photo, this photo you see here, and that is their one of their main advertisement banners on their social media. So in the past, when we were out there working with partners, they are just so concerned that we are a Buddhist organization, even though we told them we are just focused on environment protection. But they're just so concerned. But through so many efforts of us participating, and we always reminding our volunteer, no religious talk. We are here about environment protection. So please stay focused on that. That get us the entry into all these events. And volunteers has been also very cooperative and be doing that. So through our action every year when we are there, they see really the kind of very genuine passion from our volunteer, really want to contribute and protect Mother Earth. That this year they took up the courage and they put us on the banner and our photo up there, which is quite an achievement for the team, especially in the context of Singapore, whereby Singapore is, in regards to this, they are very sensitive. They are not religious bias. So this year they put us on a banner, and this year they give us a much more bigger playground. Just now you saw the photo, we are just having a recycling point. But then this year they have invited us to let us have the whole area here managed and operate by Tzu Chi, and we call this the Eco Village. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here are different stations within this whole area, and all these we do the design, the curation ourselves. We curate it towards our Tzu Chi 5R, and we curate it so that it's aligned, and we show that it's matching to SDG goal. So this year we are given a much more bigger playground because they see what we really are and what we really do. And the Eco Village, we have the educational games. We could bring in our Jingsi product to sell. We could showcase compassionate technology. We have meatless F&B to share why meatless diets means a lot for climate change mitigation. We have washing area so that we are not using any disposable at all, and waste management point. So this year we have a much more bigger setup like this. So this is that is with external party. And we also, through the years, we also have a lot of partnership with government, and this started off with 2015 when they came, and we have a very just a closed door interaction, and slowly as that goes along, they give us more opportunity from small opportunity platform in their government level events to big opportunities. Then could get even their minister to join us in our launch and things like that. And we were also invited to dialogues at their closed door dialogue session, that we could share the philosophy of Masters Environment Protection to them, and to the latest in the last few years after COVID. There is so-called public speaking, whereby they also dare to invite us as a panelist, which they do not dare to invite us in the past because they were so afraid about this thing that we are a Buddhist organization. But because from 2015 and from the external programs, the partners we work with in this era of 2015, 2017, we did a lot of external event, and every time we through action, we prove to them we are not here talking about religion. We are really here to talk about environment protection. That is where it earned us this panelist seat in 2022. And we are actually not sitting in only one panel. We have sat in a few panels in this recent year, and in last year gallery launch, we have the minister again. And in the ministry, in this after pandemic, in this period, the ministry actually also make a lot of publicity videos to advocate environment protection. And in this timing, the ministry also include footages of Tzu Chi eco team activity in their video, and these video are shown publicly. Yeah. So be it partnership, every time on this government partnership, every time when they invite us, what we did is that we optimize on every invitation. Every time we go, we make sure that we achieve to secure at least one opportunity or one new relationship at that event that are participating in the government invitation. And every time when we are engaging any dialogues with the government representative, we ensure that we use masters environmental sustainability philosophy to engage and talk with them and gain their alignment to our Tzu Chi perspective first, and also try through this conversation and dialogues to earn their respect for our mission objective. This is such that as we move along any projects with them, they are mindful this is Tzu Chi philosophy, this is Tzu Chi what they want to achieve and what they will do, so that we will not be banned by them to go their way. I think today for us in Tzu Chi as a volunteer, we follow master because we recognize and we embrace master teaching. So when we go and do activity, we should, as much as possible, try to go along the way that master wanted us to do, rather than go with the public way. So every time we are there, we have dedicated efforts that we will be there looking out who is the key management staff there, or who is the minister there, must grab here and talk and drop a few words to them. Also good. This is what we have been doing in the past year. That's where we are today. And every time we discuss with external, we open-minded, and we always aim for mutual support and benefit. Yeah. So some key development over the years is like change management that we have, as we have managed to do. We advocate for simple eco lifestyle. We strongly advocate on no plastic. Every time we remind our volunteer must share about eco, not just do something. Then also, in order to get the bigger community to move, we always must remind everybody, say, safeguarding Mother Earth is everybody's responsibility. Otherwise, it will just be Tzu Chi volunteer, and we will get nowhere very far. And how we can do all these key development is, Singapore is not very big. So I always tell the team, don't split, don't say I this zone, you that zone, that kind of thing. We are not that big. We can only function as one Singapore eco team. Then we are able to create that social impact. Otherwise, we will be too lean if we split up and try to create. So through this one Singapore team, as every time we get engaged in activity or external or internal, we always remind ourselves we must impart our skill and knowledge. We must always be there to groom new volunteers who have the passion for this, and accompany them along the way. And last but not least, this is we are here to advocate Tzu Chi eco and not general public eco. And the methods that we have used, you see the 30 years we have come along, methods varies all the time, but the principle, the objective remain the same. We need to change method as a society evolve and change, but we must always must hold our principle and objective. That will keep us on track, and that will move us towards what Master always say. If we want to do that, we really need to have common understanding the front committee. We need to get consensus from them. Then we have the unified actions to do this objective, and objective should always remain. Otherwise, we will go out. Because if you keep changing roti prata, people also don't know where you're going. Then people get confused. Then your message is never clear. Yeah. So last but not least, Master did say that environment sustainability is so step by steps. There is no shortcut. There is no say, oh, can we do it the easier way? Can we just do it with 1 hour? Can we just do it like half a once every 2 months on Eco Point? No, there's no way. There's only hard effort. You need to take that step by step, that very solid step. Then we are able to safeguard Mother Earth. Like everybody say, oh, Tapa, can I use that one? More convenient. Cannot. If you like that, then we get nowhere, that kind of thing. So it's everybody's responsibility to safeguard Mother Earth. Yeah, I hope I have shared some interesting point for everybody this morning. Thank you.